From the moment Prince Harry walked into that British-American Business Council Christmas luncheon in Santa Monica, the entire atmosphere shifted. Not because people were expecting him. They weren't. Not because there was a red carpet rolled out. There wasn't. But because Harry, the Duke of Sussex, the global icon who continues to rewrite what it means to be royal in the modern world, arrived with quiet confidence, humour, dignity, and a spirit that absolutely stunned the room. And once again, he proved something the Royalists and the deranged commentators still cannot grasp. Harry doesn't need the monarchy. The monarchy needed him. They just didn't realise it until he left. And while his critics were busy foaming at the mouth over his hilarious and brilliant appearance on Stephen Colbert, yes, still crying about an interview days later, Harry was out here doing real work, making real connections, and uplifting British and American business leaders at an event that absolutely no one outside the room even knew he was attending. No press release, no palace PR blitz, no performative media circus, just Harry walking into a room full of people who actually respect him, admire him, and know what true leadership looks like. And let's talk about leadership, because the speech he delivered. Who? That was the Duke of Sussex the world knows and loves. Funny, sharp, self-aware. A man who understands the absurdity of royal life, yet carries those experiences with grace and perspective. Unlike some individuals still hiding behind palatial walls, terrified of transparency, allergic to accountability, and dependent on the same outdated tabloids that Harry outgrew a decade ago. The moment Harry compared royal life to Downton Abbey, the entire room erupted. Only one of those worlds is filled with drama, intrigue, elaborate dinners, and marriages to Americans. And the other is a TV show. That is a line that will go down in Sussex history. Because Harry said what we all know, the so-called dignified monarchy is drowning in drama. Not because of him, but because of the people who couldn't stand that he chose love, humanity and emotional well-being instead of bowing to palace machinery. Let's be honest, the same people calling him undignified for having fun on Colbert are the same ones who loudly defended a future king, screaming at staff, throwing tantrums and leaking about his own brother. They are the same ones blindly cheering on a monarchy currently held together with duct tape, denial, and dusty PR. They are the same ones insisting Harry is irrelevant while writing 50 articles a day about every breath he takes. Meanwhile, Harry is out here speaking to a room full of business leaders, receiving standing ovations and delivering a message of unity, identity, and global purpose. Being British isn't about where you physically stand, but what you stand for. That is a line the UK government should print and tape to every door in Whitehall. Because this man understands what representation means more than anyone currently wearing a crown. Harry joked about the 4th of July, laughed about celebrating independence from his own ancestor, and made light-hearted references to modern immigration challenges. The audience knew they weren't just hearing a royal. They were hearing a man who has actually lived, grown, struggled, loved, taken risks, and evolved. No scripted palace talking points, no empty ribbon-cutting photo ops, no hollow plastered grins, just authenticity, something the Royalists find threatening because they don't recognise it. Let's also talk about how comfortable he looked in that room, laughing with Scots, greeting British expats, shaking hands with Americans, speaking casually yet eloquently about global business and international cooperation. He wasn't awkward, he wasn't hidden behind handlers, he wasn't stiff or robotic. He was Prince Harry, The real one. The one who has always connected effortlessly with people because he actually likes people, which is more than we can say for certain individuals who only show warmth when a camera is 2 inches from their face. But what truly shook the haters was this, the buzz coming out of that room, because people are whispering loudly that Harry could be gearing up for a major business launch. Think about that. A man they spent years insisting would be lost without the royal brand is now thriving, building connections and preparing to lead ventures completely independent of the institution. Meanwhile, the palace is leaking hourly about tantrums, royal protocol crises, and the endless fear of Harry's next move. That's what happens when you underestimate the Sussexes. They evolve while others panic. And let's not forget the standing ovation. The applause that rolled through that ballroom wasn't polite clapping. It was appreciation, admiration, respect for a man who broke free from royal restraint and still managed to represent British values better than the ones who stayed behind. Harry walked into a room unannounced and walked out having reminded people why he is one of the most beloved public figures of our generation. And through all of this, where was Meghan? Supporting him, loving him, encouraging him, keeping their beautiful family grounded. Because that is partnership. That is what terrifies the tabloids. A black American woman who helped Harry heal, grow, and step into his full potential. Notice how they scream undignified every time Harry laughs, smiles, or breathes freely? Because Happy Harry exposes their narrative. Happy Harry proves that leaving was the right choice, and they hate that. As we reflect on this event, let's be clear. Harry didn't just make a speech. He made a statement. He showed that he belongs on the global stage, surrounded by leaders, innovators, thinkers, not trapped in an institution built on hierarchy, silence, and tradition for tradition's sake. He is rewriting royalty, redefining leadership, and reminding the world that titles don't create greatness, actions do. And this is why the Royal Sussex squad rides hard for Harry and Meghan. Because every time they step forward, the world gets a better version of what leadership can look like. Compassionate, humorous, authentic, global, and free. Before we close, let me speak directly to the squad. If you love seeing Harry thrive, if you love seeing Meghan win, if you're tired of the racist, bitter, outdated commentary coming from those stuck in 1952, make sure you support this platform. Because we will always tell the truth. We will always clap back. We will always uplift the Sussexes. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Smash it. Tap the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. And if you want to support even further, feel free to drop a super thanks. It helps the channel grow, it helps us keep producing high-quality content, and it keeps the Sussex squad strong and loud. Thank you for riding with me, thank you for loving Harry and Meghan out loud, and thank you for being part of the global community that refuses to bow to lies. This is the Royal Sussex Squad, where truth lives, where the squad reigns, and where the Sussexes stay winning.